YouTubers. Basically I want to discuss my novel. I'm writing a novel. Well, I've written it. I'm on the final scenes of it. It's quite a depressing, sort of down-tempo one. It is about AIDS. I've used my own personal experience of having a friend with AIDS, and I tried to create something positive from that by writing this. And it's quite a deep and emotional book. A lot of character involvement. It's more based around characters and sort of their everyday lives, based around sort of their points of view, rather than, you know, big expansive pieces of description. But I try to include in that the characters sort of how they get along with one another, because AIDS, I find, is something that is different to experience. Well, I don't have it myself, but to sort of be around it is very different to if you see it on TV or read about it or something. But it is different, and it feels more personal to you. And I think it's the lack of control. The lack of control that you have over this disease that makes it all the harder to deal with, because, you know, you've got someone that has it, and, you know, my friend does have AIDS, and if they have it, then it's like you can't take it away. And I thought, rather than sit there and mope about it, you know, I'll try and write a novel about it. I'd been considering doing it, strangely, for a while before Michael got AIDS. He doesn't mind me saying his name because, you know, there's 1,000,002 Michaels in the world. But yeah, he doesn't mind me saying it. And he does loads of people who I hope would identify with this book. It is quite a tragic book. It does have a sad ending, but I won't reveal any more. I will be trying to get it published. If I can't, then, you know, I'll find some way over the web. I do a lot of creative writing. I do poetries. I've done books before. Never really gone with them, if you get what I mean. Writers will know what I mean. I think it's just another way, besides my music and my art, of expressing myself. So yeah, the book's called Delaney. The main character that has AIDS is called Delaney, and I see a lot of myself in him, I suppose, because he's a bit of a depressive character. He's kind of given up on life. He's a teenage sort of cross-dresser. He does prostitution by night. He looks kind of... I took the inspiration of the look from Marilyn, who was one of Boy George's close friends, sort of the blonde curly hair kind of look, androgynous. And basically this guy called David, who falls in love with Delaney. But David is already going out with his childhood sweetheart, who's called Pippa, and basically he meets Delaney in a club, and they strike up a relationship. Delaney's quite a self-destructive kind of character. Doesn't do drugs, smokes a lot, very self-conscious, has a lot of questions, not the most happy human being. You know, he's kind of defeated. He's never really known love. He's been hurt, rejected by his parents because he's gay. Pippa is David's sort of best friend, as they were children and they've grown up and they've got married. And I think David's an interesting character. The book's written from David's point of view, so that you can get sort of the best perspective of how Delaney is and how Pippa is and why he's attracted to them in different ways. And David's basically just an ordinary guy who also has a lot of questions. You know, he's bi-curious. He's not really sure what he wants in life. I don't think he's been given much of an opportunity to think for himself what he wants in life. You know, he's just been spoon-fed, you know, you will marry a woman, you will have children kind of thing, because his parents are quite Christian. And basically, he has a lot of questions. Of course, someone like Delaney would interest someone like David. So they get together, then basically Delaney meets this guy called Tony, who is not from the best tracks in life. He's manipulative, a womanizer, cheats on Delaney, treats him like shit. Yeah, basically he dies of AIDS during the book, quite early on, well, towards the middle, I'd say. And that's when Delaney acquired AIDS. Of course, this has a destructive effect on David, because he's so, yeah, he's so entranced by Delaney, he's almost sort of in worship. Sort of the way that I put the words, it's kind of like he's worshipping an angel rather than a human being. And I wanted that to come across. I wanted Delaney to be like, not an angel, but like a fallen kind of angel, really, sort of the type that falls out of clubs at 3 AM, you know what I mean? But yeah, he's supposed to be an ethereal being to David. So won't reveal how the story ends, but it is quite tragic. Yeah, I'd say it's one of the best, if not the best, pieces I've written for empathy and for sort of. I tried to keep the characters sort of true to life. I mean, I've exaggerated, obviously, in the extent of the depression of a character such as Delaney, but I tried to keep the characters sort of true to life, true to the sort of life that a young person would have living in London. Because I know I know a few people that live in London, and well, it's kind of the same life as it is down sort of Bournemouth area, but a lot more cosmopolitan, a lot more people drink earlier on in life, they socialise more. There's gangs, subcultures, fashion. I try to include all the stuff that I'm interested in, like clubs and stuff, and I try to put it into this novel, and I really hope that it comes across. I've babbled on for ages. If I get it published, I will send it to anyone who's willing to pay. I'm not going to charge too much. Obviously, I will charge. I don't mean to be bastard about it, but, people try and make money out of things, and if I can make money out of it, I will. So the book's called Delaney. That's basically an outline of the story. If you are interested, do get in contact. So basically, I just wanted to tell you about that. Bye-bye.